maybe we have too little leadership, because I did not see myself, or I do not see myself as a natural leader. I see myself as
all the leaders were different. All the leaders were different. We have a concept, a preconcept of what a leader is. That is the charismatic bullshit. But it's not necessarily truth. There are many leaders with many different profiles. The leader essentially is the guy that showed the way. And if you had an impact on your friends, you had a role in leadership, even if you didn't want.
it's not about wanting, it's about expecting others to do it better. And maybe
I think
that's my fallacy. I don't know.
there I don't agree with that, because we should not expect anything from
No,
others.
expecting is a bad word maybe, but I think the leaders we have in our society are not adequate enough for us to go to a sustainable future. And I think that's why I and maybe other people feel guideless going through their young years or in their
But it's an
beginning.
opportunity, because it's opportunity to do self-leadership. It is the most important thing that one can do. Self-leadership.
But I don't know where I'm leading to then, you know?
Oh, you know very well, because you know what your values are.
I
You
know
know what is
my
important
values
for
are,
you.
but I don't know what societal values should be. Like,
Doesn't matter the society. See, now we are in Belgium. I don't know if in 2 years something pops up in your mind and you go to China and the values will be different, or you go to other country. It doesn't matter. What matters is how you build yourself, independently of what winds are around you. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, it's like you are building yourself from your core, based on the values and your decisions. And it doesn't matter what society is going to think. In the end, society always criticizes. You know, if you paint red, they will say that you should paint blue. If you paint blue, they say that you should paint yellow. It's never good. So if it's never good, you have to do it your way. You know, that's self leadership. You know what I mean?
yeah, I just, not used to. I'm used to leading myself, but I'm not used to um, be an influencer to others. I think I've embraced this idea a couple months ago, or maybe a year ago or something. But it's not. I don't feel it's something natural to me.
I think that influencing over the others is an accident. You know what I mean? It could be a positive accident, like a collateral, but it's not the main thing. Like what I say is, I think that self leadership is the key. And then if the others think that, hey, Benji is really nice, I really enjoy the way he's conducting his life, you are influencing people if they think that of you, right? Because even if they don't tell you, you are influencing people. Because they are going to catch something out of you and they are going to imitate you in a way. They are going to follow you. So, in the way, you are showing the guide, you are being a guide, you are showing the way. So, I think that self leadership, and goes again to self determination theory, again there, self leadership is extremely important. It's going against all the odds, all the winds. It doesn't matter. I have my values. I believe in this and this and this, and I'm going to do my life and draw my life by these values. See, so I think this is extremely important. I don't want to force you on that,
No,
but
it's just
I think it's really,
concepts
I think
that
it's
need
really
to
important,
be challenged.
especially when we are in existential crisis and in so complex societies as we live in, right? I think we don't have any other option. But now I'm going to I'm speaking too much, but I want to just say that self leadership and determination to leadership have some basis. The thing is that we don't live in isolation, and it's very difficult to uh, develop self determination and leadership if we don't have relatedness, competence, and autonomy. You see, the guys that develop self determination theory, they think that The individual alone will not be able to develop himself if he does not have these three helps: autonomy, competence, and
Mm-hmm.
relatedness. You see, relatedness is the need that everyone has to connect with others
Yeah.
and to be part of a community. And I think that is also another problem. We don't feel part of communities, and this does not help. Competence is the ability to perform in a particular setting. For instance, you are in Belgium, you speak Dutch. It's great. I don't speak Dutch. I lack this competence. It makes me weaker. See what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, competence. Autonomy. Autonomy is more related to yourself. You are healthy. That is great. You can walk. You can do almost everything, probably, or even more than a normal person. You have autonomy. Right? So, in order to develop self-determination theory, we also need these bases there. Otherwise, it's very difficult to develop. This is why it's so difficult for some people, because some people don't have communities, some people don't have the competence, and some people even don't have autonomy. So then we even call these guys lazy. They are not so lazy. They are just trapped, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm. And how
but
do you
but for
see
the
it?
most of us that have these three things more or less aligned, we can build up in self determination and self leadership. I think.
And how do you see it? Should everybody build this or build towards this, or how does one how does an individual go about? Should they try to be in their own leader, or should they follow in certain sense? I don't know. Like, I was never
Depends.
really interested in how others did things, I would say. I was always trying to do it on my own and get my own experience
That's
and do
good.
it for my own.
That's good. I think that's good. In my life, I had different periods. Sometimes I found people that I admire. See, and sometimes I tried was not mimicking their lives, but I wanted to incorporate into my life some things that I saw in some guys. Sometimes it was a teacher, sometimes a guy that I knew older than me in the job. They had things that I liked to have in me,
Mm-hmm.
and these are the role models, right? Doesn't mean that we lose ourselves by admiring people, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I don't know. Each person is, I don't know really.
But this self determination theory, or
Self determination theory is that
is that for
you
everybody, or how do you
is
see
that
it?
you move yourself by intrinsic values, not by extrinsic values.
But is that something everybody should chase, or how do you see that?
Oh, I cannot say that everybody should say it, but to me it sounds like a good thing because you are exerting your power and you are exerting control over yourself, and exerting control over yourself is perhaps the most important thing that we can do, right? Not because uh, our friend is asking us to do that or we are forced by our parents to do that. No, but because we made an examine, we reflected upon ourselves, we understood our values, we understood or defined some goals, and we decided to, by intrinsic values and energy, to move forward. um, I think is a good thing.
Okay. No, I
Personally,
can
I think.
definitely see that, and I think for a lot of young people, especially in Belgium, the community or the relatedness is one of the big issues. I think
Yeah,
in my
yeah, we spoke
experience,
about that. Yeah,
and that
and then people feel alone,
yeah,
and
I think
alone
that's a
they don't
big
have
thing.
energy. Don't have energy.
Yeah, no, it's very good things that you said today, man. That's
I'm happy. I'm happy
no, I'm
if
really
I
happy
can
you came
contribute
on and
somehow.
that you
And I'm
were
happy that you have this channel and that you are thinking about those things, and um, and that you are involving other people also
yeah, I
to
don't
think about
know who we're
this.
reaching and who sticked around to the end, or like to till now, but yeah, it went very deep, and I really like that. Thank you for the insights that you gained and shared with
Ah,
us, even though it's
yeah,
maybe
that's
difficult to share personal stories or.
It's not difficult because, in the end, we are all the same. You know, and a personal story is not so intimate as one might think. My story exists in thousands of people, as your story exists in thousands of people. In the end, we are a bit all the same.
That's
So
true.
yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So keep up the
maybe.
good job.
um, yeah, we kind of strayed away from the AI thing, but I think it kind of goes deeper to what humans want
Well,
to
I think that
achieve
we
in
can
life.
connect with the self-determination theory. AI seems to be a threat to self-determination theory, right? To ourselves. Seems like I think that the problem is that we fear to be too much dependent on machines and this kind of
And which
technologies.
kind of pillar does it challenge for you? Is that the autonomy?
Autonomy for sure, autonomy and competence. And if we don't take care, if we also lose our touch, human touch, we'll have also troubles with relatedness because we'll not learn how to contact as humans with others. Um, so it can affect perhaps
So
all the
you don't,
three.
but
I don't know.